Hello, I'm Pastor Jeremy Combs, and we're going to pause for a proverb. Let's go. Proverbs chapter 8 and verse number 6. Continuing the theme of listening, he says here, "For I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things." There's nothing worse than having somebody who calls you and then spends a lot of time telling you about nothing important. You make every excuse under the sun to try and get out of that conversation, but they just keep on talking. In the first 5 verses of chapter 8, we have seen that wisdom calls. Now we get into the content of wisdom's call in the verses ahead. And wisdom's content is, first of all, always virtuous. When we listen to wisdom, we receive the choicest of information. Notice wisdom speaks not just of good or better things, but it actually speaks of excellent things. Wisdom cuts right through the fat, as we would say it, and gets to the very choicest of meat. In fact, wisdom declares every time it opens her lips, we receive consistently the choicest of instruction. Wisdom's lips speak of, the Bible words it this way, right things. Right things means that to be even, to be straight. From time to time, any man can give good advice, but wisdom always gives the best counsel. So why not listen to wisdom today? And then we look at the very next verse, verse number 7. "For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips." As we get to know Christ more, and as we're learning to be like him in books like Proverbs, we need to emulate him. And one way that we truly need to emulate him is with our speech. Wisdom, it can be trusted. It always uses the choicest of words, and it does so consistently, as we saw in the past verse. But we have not all heard that what we wanted to hear, and it was, have we not all heard, what we wanted to hear, and then we heard it repeated over and over, and then we found out it was wrong. This kind of misleading information, some would say fake news, can make us cynical and skeptical to listen to more advice. Boy, you get on Facebook and, oh, did you hear about so-and-so? And you hear about the pundits or maybe the gossip, and then you go and you do some fact checking and it's not true, and it just gives, you lose credibility. Wisdom is always 100% correct each and every time. God never lies. In fact, we're looking at this on Sundays at our church. He never changes. He is immutable, is how we would call it. So what he declared yesterday is still good for today. And by the way, it's going to be good even tomorrow. You can follow it with, can we say this? Blind loyalty. Now, we'd warn you, don't follow anything with blind loyalty. Don't follow me with blind loyalty. Don't follow the internet, blind loyalty. But I can say this with the Bible, go ahead, follow it with blind loyalty. This seems almost foreign to us because we're conditioned in the day and age we live in to doubt the truth and to scrutinize every single message or messenger that we hear. When dealing with man and his statements, this is what would be really prudent and wise, to scrutinize and to look at the truth in the messengers. But when dealing with God's truth, this is wasteful and foolish to spend our time doubting and debating and questioning it, because God's wisdom is always correct. Also, God's wisdom is always clean. Well, I like this. It's consistent, it's choice, it's clean, and that is so clean that he will not stand for anything and everything which is wrong. In fact, wickedness, which is the opposite of God, is an abomination, something he cannot stand. And so trust God's wisdom today and make sure that your speech emulates that too.